He got distracted by her cuteness. So as he was going in the door of the bar, he was so distracted by her prettiness and trying to be sort of impressive. And this happens whenever you try to be impressive, you fuck up. So he's been all whatever, you know, running. Slipped, fall, bang, and knocked her down on the ground. And so made a sort of food, and then he said, sorry, get up, sorry. And she was like, cool, it's fine, fuck's sake. And she rubbing all the shitty whatever off her clothes and stuff, and he was like, fuck. And he says, please let me buy you a drink. And she was like, no, I don't want a drink, it's fine, I'm fine, leave me alone, fuck off, I'm fine. And he was like, please let me get you a drink. And he kept on going, on and on and on. And so anyway, she eventually gave in. She said, okay, fine. So they modern bottles of wine screw off. So they had a glass of wine. Yes. And sure. The narrator thought I would join. And I think we might need another bottle of red wine. So if we have another bottle of red wine back there, we could bring it out, that'd be good. So anyway, they had their glass of wine. Cheers, Slancha. Cheers. And they drank it fast.
I'm glad I didn't go.
You gotta keep swallowing. Just pretend it's water. It's not, but just pretend. Pretend you're really thirsty and you're like, jeez, get some water. That's it. Yeah. She's not finished yet. Okay, and if you need to vomit, just vomit back into the class. Anyway, they chatted. Do you feel a bit more relaxed already? It's good, isn't it? Shooting wine is actually, nobody does it, but it's one of the nicest things to shoot. I highly recommend it. So, they chatted and they'd loosened up a little bit, they got a bit more relaxed. She wasn't as angry at him as before and all of that kind of stuff. And as they were talking, they realized that they were from the same area, so they lived very close to each other, but they'd never seen each other before, so that became a subject, something to talk about. Wow, I live down there, me too. So, and then anyway, he just said, oh, do you want another glass? And she was like, oh, fuck it, okay, yeah, sure. And they had another glass of wine. Fast. Oh my God. Wow. Okay.
Shit. I'm glad it's not me.
They talked and talked.
Yeah.
At one point, he was sitting there and his elbow rubbed off her elbow. You know when you've just met somebody and you really like them and you're just talking and the intensity is building and you know this sort of anticipation of fuck, and then your elbows touch and it's like the most beautiful thing in the world. You know? If only we could keep that alive, you know, for more than a second, but anyway, whatever. So his elbow touched off her elbow and he was just like, 2 glasses of wine, he was starting to feel really sort of lovely and he was getting very attracted to this girl, and she was just hanging out, you know. So they had a little glass of wine. No, you welcome. Cheers. They drank another glass of wine.
He's getting tipsy himself.
It's harder. How do you feel? Pretty good. The idea, you see, is that I have to get into... I just want to be genuine. Genuine with you guys when I sing the next song, and I was completely drunk when I recorded it. And when I wrote it, so it's just... Where was I? They were sitting chatting. Oh yes, then we realised, you know, the lights went off and the lights came back on again. And in Ireland, that's a symbol for last drinks at the bar. You know, the lights go off and back on, and everybody goes, oh, last drinks, last chance to order a drink at the bar. And then that meant it was like 11 o'clock, and then he realised, fuck, my bus is leaving at 11:15. And he was sitting there, he lived about, do you use kilometres or miles or kilometres? Kilometres. So he was 12 miles, about 18 kilometres, 18 kilometres outside of Dublin. And he was like, shit, no, sorry, Oslo, outside of Eden, 18 kilometres outside of Oslo. And so he was thinking to himself, you know, 18, that's a long way to walk. I better get my bus, you know. And then he kind of thought to himself, hold on a second. We live in the same place. She's not thinking about her bus right now. So if we miss the bus, then that means we get to hang out in Dublin for the evening and walk around and go to a park, sit there, who knows. So he got very excited about his little plan in his head, and he decided just to order another drink for the last drinks. You know, so they have a little bit more. Is that right? Oh, sorry, did I get you? Better watch that, sorry. Salt, you made up salt. Cheers. Cheers. And they had another drink. So the atmosphere was just brilliant at this point. But they had clearly missed their bus. And he was saying nothing about it. And she didn't mention anything about it. He was just sitting there going, cool, you know. Because there was no way that he was getting a taxi, because he didn't have the money for a taxi at that time. So what happened was that he was kind of thinking, fuck, I'd love another drink. And he'd been chatting with the barman, you know, and said, no, bar's closed. Come on, give us another drink. Just one more drink. He really wanted to kind of keep this energy going with the girl, so he squeezed another drink out of the barman. Amazing. Another bottle right now. So what did you do yesterday? I went to this Damien concert and basically watched these people drink wine for about 4 hours. So I'm sorry guys. You can give me a bit of yours if you. No, fuck it. I'll give you a little bit, just so it's fair. That's right. That's great. And I'll take a little bit of yours. Thank you. Cheers. So, the great news is you don't have to drink this one fast. So they sat there in the bar, and we could bring the lights down a little bit again just to get a bit of mood. The bar was closing at this point, and people were about to go home, and there we are. There's the bar. People were winding up, leaving, and then he was like, "Oh shit!" He exclaimed, and she was like, "What?" She was like, "Fuck, we've missed our bus." And she was like, "What bus?" "Our bus home." She goes, "Oh no, I'm not going home. I'm meeting my boyfriend in 5 minutes." And he was like, "Cool." So he found a beer mat and a piece of paper when she left. And he sat there depressed as the bar emptied and wrote down words and went home that evening, walked, and wrote, "Cheers, darling. Here's to you and your love. Cheers, darling. I've got years to wait around for you. Cheers, darling. Got your wedding bells in my ear. Cheers, darling. You gave me 3 cigarettes.